It is not my fault if I am only just now doing a review on a movie that came out in American cinemas 2 months ago, because it only came out here in Australia on Thursday. I'm sorry, I'm doing the best I can. Kung Fu Panda 3. The Kung Fu Panda 3 is ultimately, I think, the last one in the Kung Fu Panda series. Kind of makes me a little upset because I love these movies. But yeah, I understand. It's okay, because what they turned out was a very fitting conclusion to the series. Kung Fu Panda 3 brings back Jack Black as Po, who is just absolutely amazing in every single scene. So absolutely hilarious. I'm 20 years old and I sat there laughing my ass off to everything that Po did. Brings back Angelina Jolie, Dustin Hoffman, Lucy Liu, Seth Rogen, David Cross, and Jackie Chan all together once again. The film's plot is a little similar to the other movies. It has a villain coming in who has a personal vengeance against one or two of our characters. But that's the thing, the Kung Fu Panda movies don't want to just pump out the same sort of stuff, the same 3-act structure, the same things. It has a basic formula, but builds on top of that not only just great villains for each of these movies. The new villain here, Kai, who's voiced by J.K. Simmons, is incredible. He was so fascinating, he was so enjoyable, intriguing, watchable. That's what I want from a villain, and I got that from an animated movie. It's just, get your heads around that for a second. Not only does all the movies build upon their basic formula with great villains, but also each movie explores a different form of the intricate world of martial arts. Here in Kung Fu Panda 3, they're exploring the idea of Chi, which is just an amazing concept just on its own. If you research this sort of stuff, it's mind-blowing, like this, that people believe this sort of stuff. How they portrayed this in this movie is gorgeous. The animation that they use to capture what Chi can do and how the characters use it is just, it looks incredible and is some of the most gorgeous animation I've seen. It's consistent with DreamWorks. They always pump out this amazing level of excellence for their animations. And the characters are really fascinating. You love seeing Po. You love seeing Angelina Jolie portraying Tigress again. She has still has that larger, like, supporting role next to Po. But I feel like Dustin Hoffman and the other Furious 5 kind of just get like a little sidelined. They have their parts. They are still funny. They're still entertaining, but they kind of get sidetracked. You're not left wanting, because in comes not only J.K. Simmons in the villainous role, you have Randall Duck Kim returning as Master Oogway, who is just my favorite character. But also, probably the best addition to the series is Bryan Cranston as Po's father, who is just perfect. His voice alone is just, I could sit there for days on end listening to Bryan Cranston read anything. I'd let him read 50 Shades of Grey to me, and I'd still enjoy it. He just has that quality about it. I mean, but then again, this is just an adult talking, watching a kid's movie. Kids are just gonna love this movie because it's bright, it's big, it's really, really fast. There's a lot of stuff that's just flying over your head, and you're just sitting there, whoa, sugar rush. It's nice to see that it's just, snappy wit going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Objects and sounds and colours and characters and all this stuff flying over your head. Slow down, please. I am losing what you're saying. Some of the Panda Village scenes drag on a bit too far. Still keeps your attention focused on Po and his dad Li Shan and their relationship with each other. Kung Fu Panda 3 also proves to be probably the most inward looking and the most personal out of all the movies. Brings it all back and closes it off in a perfect way that you don't see from many trilogies nowadays. You have the first movie, which is awesome. The second movie can either be really just better, or it can be like, it's pretty good. And then the third movie is just like, it could either end it like on a weird note and then you're left wanting, or it can just close up everything as much as possible, and when you walk away from it, you feel relaxed, you feel calm. And that's exactly what Kung Fu Panda 3 does. It has the action, it has the explosive, just absolute consistent fun, but in the end, the climax is just a gorgeous, moving piece of emotion that envelops you and makes adults feel like kids again, and will make kids feel like they can do anything. And that's exactly what these movies are teaching. And it's an amazing thing. And I have to say that with Kung Fu Panda 3 now closing this series off, this is the best animated trilogy I've ever seen since Toy Story. Are just masterpieces, and how great the storytelling behind animation can truly be. And I'd have to say Kung Fu Panda 3 is definitely worth the ticket and the Blu-ray. Kung Fu Panda 3, I'm going to assume that most people have already seen it, but if you're in Australia and you haven't seen it yet, you definitely go out and see it. Once you do, tell me what you think. Remember, push that little red button. Thanks for watching.